Jai Sri Swaminarayan. Welcome to our e-learning class of Gokuldham. Friends, in the previous videos, we have learnt about natural and cultural heritage of our country. Then we have learnt about cultural heritage of Gujarat, as well as we have learnt about popular fairs of our Gujarat state. Today we are going to learn about India, land and people. Initially of this lesson we have discussed India is a land of ancient culture and primitive man's existence were originate in India as well as in Southeast Africa in the same time. And many tribes people came from Africa to here India with their culture. But here we can say, and some historians believe that Dravidians were the most ancient people of India. That means the ancient people of our country is Dravidian. But many historians and researchers had proved that before Dravidians there were more 6 tribes. They came in our country and they were settled in our India. Now we will discuss about these 6 tribes in this lesson. So first one is here Negredo, means Hapsi people. So many researchers believe that Hapsi people were the most ancient people of our country. Generally, historians believe that Negredo means Hapsi were the most ancient inhabitants of India. That means they were ancient residents of our country. They came to India from Africa via Balochistan. So that means the origination of these people is Africa, and they were migrated from Africa in our country, and they came via Balochistan. So friends, Balochistan is nowadays one of the region of Pakistan. Now if we talk about these people's physical features, so they were black, they had curly hair, and they were generally 4 to 5 feet height. That means their skin were black and their hairs were curly and their height is 4 to 5 feet high. Now we will discuss about second people who came in our country from foreign countries. So Australoid, that means the second name is here, Australoid is a Nisad people. So they came from Southeast Asia. That means they were also a foreigner people and they came from Southeast Asia. If you talk about these people's physical features, so they were black with broad head and nose, flat nose and short height. So this is the physical feature of Nisad people or Australoid people. Then they had strong religious belief. That means they were believe in religion. The Aryan who came later in India called them Nisad. So those people who came later, Aryan, so they were later known as Nisad. The Indian tribes, namely Kol and Munda, Khasi of Assam, the tribes of Nicobar and Myanmar are similar to Australoids. That means in present time, the people of Assam as well as the people of Myanmar, so they were considered as Australoid people because there is one belief they were descendants of these Australoid people, and especially the tribe Kol and Munda and Khasi. So these were people of Australia. They have made immense contribution to develop the Indian culture. That means they were contributed greatly to develop our Indian culture as well as Indian literature. Many literature, many in culture they had developed. Now friends, we are going to discuss the third tribe of our India, which name is here the Dravidians. So as we have discussed, Dravidians were considered as the oldest people of our country. So Dravidians were originally belong from India. That means the origination place was India. And they were descendants of Stone Age civilization. That means they were descendants means Vansas. So they were descendants of Stone Age civilization. And they had also created Mohenjo-daro culture for our region. So Mohenjo-daro civilization is one of the oldest civilization of Asia, and this civilization was constructed or created by Dravidians. So Mohenjo-daro civilization is nowadays located in Pakistan. They gave India the concept of mother as a goddess and father as a god. So they have give a concept of mother as a goddess. So in our Hindu religion, we consider goddess as a mother, that means Mata, and God as a father, that means Pita. So this concept is given by Dravidians to our India. They give the tradition of worshipping nature and animals. So in recent time, we are worshipping nature as well as animals. That means we respect towards our nature by worshipping these natural elements. So this gift is given by Dravidians to us. They also give the tradition of worshipping using Dhup, Deep and Aarti. So in present time we worship our God with Dhup, Deep and Aarti. So this is the gift of a Dravidian to us. So they got highly influenced with the Aryan culture. So when Dravidians were in existence in our country, at that time the Aryan people were also living in our country. And Dravidians were highly influenced by Aryan culture, and that's why there was a intercaste marriage took place between these tribes. So due to the influence of Dravidians, they were started intercaste marriage between these two tribes. They had matriarchal system of family. So here matriarchal family system means in this family woman is considered as the head of the family. They had made progress in crafts and arts. So from the initial stage, they were started the work of craft and artwork. Due to the dominance of Aryans, they were shifted to South India. So, as we know that Aryans were living in our country as well as Dravidians were also living in our country. But after some time, Aryans have started their area. They have extended their area. That's why Dravidians were shifted to South India. South Indian people consider as a Dravidians. That means those people who are living in South India, so these people consider as a Dravidians. That means they were descendants of Dravidian people, and they speak Dravidian languages such as Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Malayalam, etc. So in a recent time in South India, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam languages are spoken. So these languages are considered as a Dravidian language. Now friends, we are going to learn about another tribe of our country, which name is the Aryans. The second name of the Aryans is the Nordic. So the Aryans created the Aryan civilization in India. Means they have created or constructed the civilization of Aryan in our country. The Hindus were called Aryans in the ancient time. So the Hindus people were known as Aryan in ancient time. उसका मतलब ये है कि जो अभी हिंदूज है या फिर हिंदू धर्म जो फॉलो करते हैं तो वो प्राचीन समय में आर्यन के नाम से जाने जाते थे. The northeast area where they were densely populated and that region known as Aryavrata. That means in the initial these Aryan people were living in the northwest area. And that's why this region was known as आर्यव्रता. यानी कि सबसे पहले वो लोग नॉर्थ वेस्ट डायरेक्शन में यानी कि नॉर्थ वेस्ट डायरेक्शन में जो भी रीजन है वहाँ पे वो लोग रहते थे और इसके कारण जहाँ पे वो लोग रहते थे तो वो इस जगह का नाम उन्होंने आर्यव्रता दिया हुआ था. 7 rivers were flowing in this region and so that region was also known as सप्त सिंधु. यानी कि वो जहाँ पे रहते थे यानी कि जहाँ पे उनका रेसिडेंशियल एरिया था तो वहाँ से टोटल 7 रिवर्स फ्लो होती थी. यानी कि वहाँ पे 7 रिवर्स वहाँ से बहती थी और उसके कारण वो रीजन का दूसरा नेम ये भी था कि सप्त सिंधु. ये सप्त सिंधु नेम जो है तो वो 7 रिवर्स वहाँ पे फ्लो होती थी इसके कारण वो जगह का नेम भी सप्त सिंधु रखा हुआ था. अब हम बात करते हैं द आर्यव्रता रीजन एक्सटेंडेड अप टू मिथिला इन द ईस्ट and up to Vindhyachal in the south. In the initial stage, Aryans were living in northwest region, but gradually they were extended their area up to Mithila in the east. Mithila nowadays the region of Bihar. They were also extended in the south direction. And they were also extended up to Vindhyachal in south direction in South India. They were most developed tribe. Among another tribes, Aryans were considered as the most developed tribe in our country. The region where they were spread was known as Bharat Bhumi, Bharat Khand, Bharat Varsh, etc. That means where they were living, these regions were known as Bharat Bhumi, Bharat Khand, Bharat Varsh, etc. उसका मतलब ये है कि वो जहाँ पे रहते थे जहाँ पे वो स्प्रेड हुए थे तो वो सभी जगह का उन्होंने अलग अलग नेम दिया हुआ था. यानी कि वो अपने जो रीजन है वो रीजन का अलग अलग नेम दिया हुआ था. वो नेम था यहाँ पे भारत भूमि, भारत खंड, भारत वर्ष, etc. The name of our country, Bharat, was derived from one of the great king, the Arya Bharat. They were nature lovers and worshipped the trees, the rivers, the air, the mountains, the sun, etc. Means they were nature lover people and that's why they were worshipping the trees, the rivers, the mountains, the sun, etc. यानी कि वो एक नेचर के बहुत ही बड़े प्यार करते थे, उनको प्रेम करते थे और उसके कारण वो सभी जो नेचुरल एलिमेंट्स है वो सभी नेचुरल एलिमेंट्स को वो उनकी वर्शिप करते थे, उनकी पूजा करते थे. वो चाहे माउंटेन्स हो, चाहे रिवर्स हो या फिर चाहे सन हो, वो सभी की पूजा करते थे क्योंकि उन्होंने ये सबको अपने रिलीजियस के साथ जोड़ दिया था. India learned the practices of performing some specific religious ceremonies as like recitation of Vedas, performing yajnas, etc. So nowadays Indian people performing some ceremonies, religious ceremonies, and at that time they were recite some Vedas, then they are performing yajnas. So this is the gift of Aryans. यानी कि जो रिलीजियस सेरेमनीज होती है, यानी कि जो धार्मिक जो विधि विधान होती है, और उस वक्त जो वेदास का जो रेसिटेशन होता है, जो श्लोक बोले जाते हैं, या फिर जो यज्ञ सभी होते हैं, यानी कि यज्ञ जो होते हैं, तो वो भी हमें आर्यन से दी हुई एक गिफ्ट है कि जो हमें ये दिखाता है कि हमारा जो कल्चर है वो कल्चर कितना पुराना है. नाउ फ्रेंड्स, वी आर गोइंग टू अनदर ट्राइब्स ऑफ आवर इंडिया which were come from different region. So in the other tribes, so first one is Mongoloid, then Alpine, then Dinaric and Armenoid. So all these tribes came from different region. Among these tribes, we will discuss about the first is here Mongoloid. So these tribe or these people came to India from North China via Tibet. यानी कि ये जो मंगोलॉइड जो पीपल है, मंगोलॉइड जो ट्राइब है, वो नॉर्थ चाइना से आई हुई थी, कि जो तिब्बत से वाया तिब्बत से आई हुई थी. They were settled in Assam, Sikkim, Bhutan, West Bengal, etc. So that means when they were migrated from North China, they were settled in Assam, Sikkim, Bhutan, West Bengal, etc. यानी कि जब वो इंडिया में एंटर हुए थे, तो उसके बाद वो आसाम, सिक्किम, भूटान, वेस्ट बंगाल जैसे जो रीजन है, तो वहाँ पे वो सेटल हो चुके थे. They adopted Indian culture and gradually Indianized themselves. यानी कि जब वो इंडिया में एंटर हुए, तो उसके बाद उन्होंने क्या किया कि इंडियन कल्चर जो था, इंडियन कल्चर को अडोप्ट कर दिया. यानी कि वो इंडियन कल्चर को ही अडोप्ट कर लिया, क्योंकि उनके पास दूसरा और कुछ कल्चर नहीं था. और बाद में वो खुद को एक इंडियनाइज, यानी कि वो खुद को भारतीय की आइडेंटिटी जो है वो दिखाने लगे. They had yellow skin, flat face, chubby cheeks and almond-shaped eyes. यानी कि हम अगर उनकी जो फिजिकल फीचर्स के बारे में बात करें, तो उनकी जो स्किन होती थी, तो वो स्किन येलो कलर की स्किन होती थी. उनका जो फेस होता था, तो फेस एकदम फ्लैट होता था. उसके जो चीक्स है, उनकी जो आईज है, तो आईज उनके आलमंड शेप्ड आईज थी. ड्यू टू येलो कॉम्प्लेक्शन दे वर ऑल्सो नोन एज किराट. कि उनकी जो स्किन जो होती थी, स्किन में येलो कलर का कॉम्प्लेक्शन मिला हुआ होता था, और उसके कारण वो लोग किराट के नेम से भी जाने जाते थे. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट अनदर ट्राइब्स ऑफ इंडिया. सो दीज आर अल्पाइन, डिनारिक एंड आर्मनोइड. सो all these tribes were also came from foreign region. So all this came from Central Asia. So there was one belief. All these three tribes came from Central Asia and they were settled in our country. यानी कि ये माना जाता है कि ये तीनों जो ट्राइब्स है, वो ट्राइब्स सेंट्रल एशिया से आए हुए थे और वो हमारी कंट्री में सेटल हो चुके थे. All these tribes were quite similar. यानी कि तीनों ये जो ट्राइब्स है, वो तीनों ट्राइब्स एक दूसरे से सिमिलर होती थी, यानी कि एक समान ही दिखती थी. The origins of these tribes are found in Gujarat, Saurashtra, Maharashtra, Bengal and Orissa. So that means the origins of these tribes are found in our Gujarat, Saurashtra, Maharashtra, Bengal and Orissa. यानी कि अभी हम उनकी बात करें कि अभी वो उस वक्त कौन से रीजन में सेटल हुए थे, तो वो गुजरात में सेटल हुए थे, सौराष्ट्र में, महाराष्ट्र में, बंगाल में और उड़ीसा में सेटल हुए थे. यानी कि अभी जो लोग गुजराती है, महाराष्ट्र है, सौराष्ट्रियन है, बंगाली, उड़ीसा है, तो उनका जो ओरिजिनेशन है, वो ओरिजिनेशन अल्पाइन, डिनारिक या आर्मेनोइड ट्राइब से हुआ था. यानी कि आज हमने ये देखा कि ये जो भी ट्राइब्स पीपल थे वो सब ट्राइब्स पीपल सभी डिफरेंट रीजन से आई हुई थी और हमारी कंट्री में सेटल हुई थी. And finally, they were also adopted the culture of our country, and they have also adopted our civilization. And in this way, our country is become a great and prosperous country. And due to this, our country's culture became a prosperous and a great culture. Thank you. So today we have completed and we have seen different tribal people of our country which came from different regions.